Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today let's talk about magnesium deficiencies and more importantly the signs that you may have magnesium deficiency. Magnesium is an essential nutritious mineral that we have to have. It's an element and we need to have that. If we don't have magnesium in our blood, then you're going to die. You have to have it in there. If you do a blood test at your doctor's office, chances are you're not going to have a good idea of how much magnesium is in your cells. Okay, so when you do like an RBC type of test at your doctor's office, that's just looking at the serum levels in your blood, and there's going to be that in your blood. That only shows like 1% of the actual magnesium that's in the serum itself, the blood serum itself. You can hardly measure how much magnesium is actually in the cells. The thing is, over 50% of Americans are deficient in magnesium. Let's talk a little bit about the signs and symptoms if you're low in magnesium and what you can be looking for. Low energy, first and foremost, low energy. If you have low energy and you're just exhausted all the time, you may not be, you just don't feel like doing anything. What happens is, remember ATP, which is adenosine triphosphate, which is energy that your cells have in it. So if you're low in magnesium and they're not in the cells itself, you can't produce enough ATP, therefore you have a lack of energy. You have to have magnesium in your body for normal functions to happen. Number two, increased blood pressure, hypertension. If you don't have enough magnesium in your body, your blood pressure will be higher. Now that doesn't mean that everything that has to do with high blood pressure is always triggered to magnesium. Magnesium can play a component in that. You need to go to your physician and have them run some tests to see what's causing your hypertension, and just go from there and see what they'll do some tests and see what the tests come up with. That way you have a better idea if magnesium, if your magnesium is actually the problem, the culprit. But there again, the RBC tests will only show 1% of the magnesium that's in your body in that serum that we talked about earlier. Too low of magnesium will cause severe cardiac problems. The way you know if you have too much magnesium in your diet is you're going to start having diarrhea. If diarrhea is something that you don't normally have, and then all of a sudden you're taking a bunch of magnesium and then you start having diarrhea, that means you have too much in the form of magnesium that you're taking in supplements, which will cause diarrhea. So what I recommend in those cases, make sure you back it down 20, maybe 30% of the dose that you're taking, and then see if the diarrhea clears up. If it doesn't, back down some more, and if you continue to have it, you may want to see your doctor. Another sign and symptom of low magnesium will be muscle cramps. If you wake up in the middle of the night with your leg cramping, if you have those Charlie horses in the middle of the night that you have to get up and try to walk to get it straightened up, those are that could be a sign and a symptom of low magnesium. Another sign and symptom is constipation. And so, if you're have to strain extra hard, and it feels like your bowels are not continually being emptied completely, it may be an issue of low magnesium. That's something you can look into. Another side effect could be insomnia. You just can't get to sleep, you can't stay to sleep. That could be a sign of low magnesium. Brittle bones. If you're getting a bunch of calcium and not enough magnesium, calcium may actually cause the bones to be more dense, but it doesn't strengthen the bones. So if you're not getting enough magnesium, your bones may become brittle, especially when you get older. We want to be able to fall and stuff without breaking bones, because everybody does fall occasionally, whether it be a trip or playing a game or something and you fall. We want to be able to fall and our bones not break. So if you're getting breaks and stuff, it could be a sign of low magnesium. There again, check with your doctor. I mentioned just a little bit ago that a sign and symptom of low magnesium can be severe cardiac issues. Now, not only just high blood pressure, which is hypertension, but it can also be arrhythmias, which is irregular heartbeats. You can have palpitations in the chest with low magnesium. So I recommend getting a good supplement of magnesium and start taking that a day. Start at 400 to 800 milligrams a day. Start on the lower side, which is 400, and then increase it if you need to up to 800 milligrams. See if some of these issues don't straighten out. See if you just don't start feeling better, and if you're starting to have palpitation stuff, see if that quits. Now, before anything, if it's a serious thing and you're really concerned, make sure you go to your doctor and get checked out. Go to a cardiologist if you need to, if you're having weird beating in your chest, palpitations, that sort of thing. It's better to go to primary care physician and have them refer you to a cardiologist, as opposed to just sitting there and do nothing. Okay, I'm just sharing some information that may help, giving you some knowledge with regards to low magnesium, some of the signs and symptoms, so that way you can look out for it. That way you have some information you can give to your doctor, and you guys can talk about, the treatment, and if it does fit the criteria of low magnesium. Atrial fib is one of them. I mentioned atrial fib, but it can be a tachycardia of anything, super fast heart rate. That could be a sign and symptom of low magnesium. When I mentioned about insomnia a little bit ago, one thing that you may want to consider doing is taking 400 to 800 milligrams of magnesium at night with melatonin. That may help you get you to sleep, may help you stay asleep throughout the night. Because remember, sleep is a very important thing. If you're not getting enough sleep, your body, and you're not getting into that deep REM sleep, your body's not going into the recovery position and start recovering damaged cells and that sort of thing. So sleep is the utmost importance. So you want to make sure you're getting plenty of Z's. That way you feel good and your body is repairing itself at nighttime. And the problem with here in the US is food is very low in magnesium rich foods, because we deplete all the minerals and stuff out of our soils. So you're not able, even if you eat a good meal that has, in food that has high magnesium supposedly, you still may not be getting the amount of magnesium that you need. So therefore you may need a supplement, magnesium supplement. I'm going to leave a link down below, because there's different versions of supplements for magnesium, like magnesium oxide. Try to stay away from that. There's a couple more that I'm going to list down in the description below, which I think will be the best combination for you. Just kind of look at that and see which one that you may want to get. Last but not least, one more sign and symptom could be numbness or tingling in your fingers and your toes. If you have that and it's not a circulation issue or a pinched nerve or something, low magnesium can cause tingling in your fingers and your toes. So anyways, this is just some information I want to share with you in regards of signs and symptoms of low magnesium. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. If you're having severe cardiac signs and symptoms, like the fast tachycardia, the fast heart rate, the atrial fib, the palpitations and that sort of thing, and you're having pain going down your shoulder into your arm, your jaw, make sure you seek medical attention as soon as you can, because these could be also a sign of a cardiac arrest, and you don't want that. Go ahead and see your doctor and get those things fixed out. But if it's just something that you've been having here and there, just mild signs and symptoms, go ahead and try some magnesium. It won't hurt. Just make sure you don't go over the recommended amount of milligrams per day, because too much at once will give you explosive diarrhea. Okay, anyways, I just wanted to take a few moments and share this with you, and hopefully it helps. And if you have somebody that may be having signs and symptoms like those that are mentioned in this video, share this video with them. Alright guys, we'll catch you in the next video. See ya.